Hey everybody, how is it going? We are going to step back out here and I'm going to open up that garage door because it's loud. Because I have the old style carriage and it's not as quiet as the nice belts and chains and everything else that's out. Anyway, I just wanted to update you on how everything was going with my heater so far. We have had a couple of cold days, not just too much. It was probably today was the coldest. It was right around 30 degrees and so far so good. It was blowing some nice warm heat, so I really believe that that took care of it and my issue hopefully is solved. We will know shortly, you know, as the winter gets, as we get in as we get deeper into winter, we'll find out and see, you know, how everything goes. I'm hoping this really takes care of it. But tonight I wanted to update you on the heat and also let you know, don't forget about Thursday. I'll be in Indianapolis at PRI. And also, I had somebody ask me about the steering on my truck, what the upgraded steering was. I believe mine is a Thuren steering components. And what that is, these trucks were typically manufactured with a Y-style steering. And what that means is, I'll go out to my truck here too in just a minute and show you. Actually, we can go out there now. I got a nice little light right here on my camera so that I have picked up, and hopefully it will be able to light everything up underneath the truck, and we'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So we'll go out here, I'll lay on the creeper. As you can't really see me anymore, but if I turn that light on, it is really, really bright and blinding. So anyway, this is what I was talking about as far as my steering. It's upgraded. As you can see, I go from pitman arm with a heim joint down to knuckle with a heim joint, and then below knuckle with a heim joint, and then tie rod goes all the way across to the other knuckle with a heim joint. And that one is on the bottom of the knuckle. And these are a 7/8 by 7/8 heim joint, being one side is a right-handed thread and the other side is a left-handed thread. Not sure which one's which until I actually take them apart. Now, he asked why it was upgraded and what the purpose of it was. Well, the purpose of it is as you add bigger tires and wheels to your vehicles, these steerings are prone to failure as far as tie rod ends and also as far as steering boxes. So as you can see, I do have the steering box also. Mine is made by, I believe mine's a BD Diesel if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I've got, there it is. Right there, if you can see that. Mine is a BD Diesel. That's the part number for mine. This is also available on Amazon, and I will put that link in the description. I'm getting a lot of oil. See that on the front pan right there? I'm gonna have to take care of that. It's either the front main seal or it's the pan gasket, so that is going to have to be taken care of shortly. But anyway, getting back to it. Typically these trucks come from the factory with a Y-style steering this year, and that would go from pitman arm down to top of knuckle. And then your drag link or your tie rod would go from here, right around this area, over to other knuckle. So you'd have your drag link and your tie rod ends, and then every joint is a tie rod end, and those are ball ends, so they are prone to failure. Along with the steering shaft, you can just barely see my steering shaft up there. And on the top of my box, that is a Borgeson style steering shaft, and I also have a link in the description for that one. Also, wish I could get a better picture, but it's dark and just you can't see very well. And I'll have, like I said, I'll have that in there also. And as you can see, I don't think you can see far enough in there. This has no rag joint. It's just a solid shaft with universals going from steering box clear up to dash. And what that does, that helps alleviate all that flex that's in that rag joint. You don't have that anymore. The only thing I have not upgraded in my truck is the steering box and the steering pump. So I believe my pump is slowly going out. So that's gonna be something I'm gonna be taking care of. There's a lot of other guys will do a 3rd gen or a 4th gen update, and what that is a T-style, and that is where your drag link goes from, you have tie rod, or your drag link goes from side to side, and then your steering arm goes into your tie rod. I could always get them mixed up. Anyway, you got your steering arm goes into this piece here, which is, I believe, your tie rod, and you have your tie rod ends on each end. They'll do those updates. Whether they're doing a 3rd gen or a 4th gen, that's a T-style, where your top steering arm is actually tied into your bottom tie rod. So anyway, this is just what I have, and this is, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is the Thuren. Synergy makes one. Thuren makes this one here, which I like the best because the Synergy still comes down. It's a drag link tie rod setup, and it's a T-style. So your drag link or your tie rod, whatever, you know what I'm talking about, will tie in right here to this bar instead of going clear across like mine is. So I'm going from knuckle to knuckle, and then from knuckle to steering box, pitman arm. So I like this setup the best. This was on my truck when I already purchased it. I just had to do some research and actually try and find out what it was. So when I had it apart the other day, and this is why factory 16-inch wheels were not clear, because I was hitting this heim joint and the top of this bolt. Traditionally, you know, this is bolted on the bottom, and there's plenty of clearance on top for the 16-inch wheels, but you know, they won't work. I know 17s will work, so I'm probably looking, well, not probably, I am looking for some 3rd gen wheels. Go back in the garage here. Anyway, I am looking for some 3rd gen factory wheels. Those are 17-inch, and I'm going to be putting those on my truck and getting the TIS off there for the winter. So that's currently what I'm looking for now. I do a lot of searching on Marketplace. I finally did receive my Marketplace on Facebook. So I tell you what, there is a multitude of things on there, and I'm really, really pleased on everything that I do find on there. I sold my son's dirt bike on there, and right now I have a couple of people that want to come look at my wheels that I have, so hopefully I'll get those sold. If not, I'm just going to put some different tires, some smaller tires on those, and put those back on for the winter. I don't know, kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, I guess, because I would like to sell those and recoup some of my money from buying the TIS. You know, I have $2,200 invested in those, so I would like to keep them as nice as possible. And also, I mean, I guess if I sell those for $1,400 and I paid $2,200 for those, I'm sorry, $400, and it takes the price of those down to $1,800. So I'm only about $300 off from where I was going to be at putting just new tires on those wheels. So that makes me pretty happy in that aspect. So going back, I guess, to the steering, to answer that gentleman's question, with the bigger tires and wheels, those joints, the tie rod ends, are prone to failure. Steering box is prone to failure, and that's why I do have the steering box brace on the bottom of mine. And what that does, that goes through the bottom, or you take your nut out of the pit, or nut off the pitman arm or off the steering box, and then it has a shaft that goes down through there, and then you have a bearing block that goes on, and it goes from frame rail to frame rail to support the bottom of the bottom of the steering box. I should have showed that to you while I was out there also, but I've got links in the description below for the Borgeson shaft, the Thuren steering, and also the steering box brace. So that's basically what I wanted to do tonight, is to answer his question as far as the steering update and upgrade on my truck. Some guys are doing 3rd gen upgrades, and also I've heard some people using the 4th gens also, but there's a little bit of more fabrication to go on with doing the 4th gen upgrade on the 2nd gen. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have. It has been cold. Have not been able to do much at all, but I wanted to let you know how heat was going in my truck. So far so good. It is going well, and extremely happy. I did get my Christmas lights up, and those look really, really good. Let's walk out here and take a look at those and see what they look like. So this is the garage. I wish I had that light off there, but I did some dripping icicle lights, and then I have icicle lights trimmed in red on the garage, and then on the house I have the same thing, and then I have an 8-foot tree over there on the side of the house. So 'tis the season, I guess. No, I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite times of year. Then we got a Christmas tree in that window, and we got our main family Christmas tree set up in that window. And we'll go in the house here once, because our house has pretty much, looks like, I guess you could say, Christmas threw up inside our house. We have so many Christmas decorations, but my wife does a very, very good job decorating for the holidays, and I help her out. But here's these lights here. Aren't they really cool? I found those at Walmart. We've been doing some cooking, so every flat surface in our house, the decoration comes down, and other decorations go up for Christmas. There is multiple Christmas trees, including Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. Lighted bears, we have moose. And then we have 3 Christmas trees in here. That is her flamingo tree. That is her chocolate tree. And then the mantle is decorated. All of that stuff is decorated. All them shelves.
Remember when this used to be the place people went to for holidays? Sunday at 8.
That's our main tree. And then here is the village over here.
My company built resorts.
So I guess you could say that Christmas has thrown up inside our house, but it's really cool. We really enjoy it. We love this time of year, and we look forward to it every year. So the only thing we're disappointed on is the forgotten holiday, and that will be Thanksgiving, because it seems like everybody goes from Halloween to Christmas decorations. So we decorate for Thanksgiving also. So anyway, just wanted to do a quick update, let you know where I am at with the heat, and answer that gentleman's question with the steering and the steering upgrade that I have on my truck. Until next time, guys, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we will talk to you later on. Bye-bye.